In poker, you always determine what's easy for your opponent to achieve and what's difficult for them to achieve. If you're gambling with real money, even if it's as little as $2 or $1, if you bet, your opponent doesn't know what you have. So you bet, and then something happens. So cards come out, the community cards come out. You bet again. Your opponent matches you. The community cards come out. You bet again. And now your opponent raises. Now your opponent bets even more. He's got a very good hand, because to be that brave, you need to have a good hand. Why the fuck would he see your strength, not knowing what you have, and go match, 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 and then raise? So he knew you could have some sort of strong hand, and he was raising in the end after after four streets. So in that scenario, you gotta take into consideration that he only has a super, super, super strong hand. Especially if he's a weak player. If he's a weak player, he definitely has the best hand possible to be doing something like that. Now, if I bet one time and he doesn't see what I have, and he calls, and then I go check, which means just pass, pass, pass. More cards come out, pass, pass, and then I bet on the very end, and now he raises a shitload of money, a shitload of money. Now he raises a shitload of money. Does this also mean he is fucking super, 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 super strong? No, especially if he's a weak player. Now the odds are that he is super, super, super weak and fucking greedy, because he didn't show all that bravery throughout the hand. He wasn't matching, 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 and then going all in. Because if your strategy is to fake it and go match, 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 all in, you will go broke in 2 seconds. So that cannot be a viable strategy. So if he matches one of your bets and then you go pass, 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 and then all of a sudden he goes fucking skyrocket to the moon, you have two options. One, to just call him out on his shit right there. Two, to actually understand what the fuck he does have. And what the fuck he does have, you can look at the cards on the board. So you look at the cards on the board. You look at the cards and you match what the other person is saying about his hand, what he is actually betting. So you compare what he's betting, how much he's betting, to what community cards are on the board. So you see this card, because nobody could predict the future. So, but you can look at the past and memorize the past. So first there was this card. He reacted like this. He doesn't know what card is going to come up next. This card came up next. That changed the picture. Now he reacted like this. The next card came up like this. Now that changes the picture. And he reacted like this. And now the last card comes up like this, which changes the picture of which hands are best. It changes which is the winning hand when the community cards are dealt. That's how Texas Hold'em poker works. And then now he puts all his money in. Now you can either call him out that he's full of shit based on what you see on the board and how he reacted and what he saw me do. So he saw me be very weak. I just went pass, 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 pass. And now he's going fucking all of his money. That is a fucking easy way to try and bully someone who looks like they're weak. So I have shown a lot of weakness. So I have to give him a lot of less credit for his fucking all of his money. But remember, we get to see what community cards are on the field and use that to actually, as a safety check, if he actually is just trying to bully you, or he maybe does have a good hand. Because remember, if he's putting in all his money, that means the pot was like there was maybe $2 in the middle, and he's putting in $50. So that is very risky. That's once again, if I fold, I lose $2. If I call, I can win $50 or lose $50. So it's risky because I probably don't have that good of a hand. So remember, you got to. So he might be just going nuclear mode and trying to win all your money because he made a super super strong hand on the very last card. That's the only probability. That's the only explanation, is that he made a super 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 strong hand by the time all the cards are dealt, and he's trying to win all your money right then and there on one play. Or he is full of shit. So you got to look at the cards, match what he did as the cards were coming along compared to what you did. Now, that means you got to be a little strategic. You can't just go pass, 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 because you're getting no information. You're getting no information. You don't know how. You can't prod him and find out what exactly he intends to do, how long it takes him to make a decision, how he looks and feels making that decision, what amount of money does he end up committing to that decision, you know? So, for example, if a card comes up and I want to find out more information, say there's $3 in the middle, I can go ahead and bet $1.50. So $1.50 will tell me. Now, if he matches $1.50, he's probably not that strong, but maybe decent, but not that strong, because he matched $1.50. Now, if I put in 25 cents, and he matches it, that doesn't tell me any information, because he could just be pretending. He could just be pretending that he is very weak, and because it costs him nothing to throw in 25 cents. It's essentially the same as doing a pass. So when you bet so small, you are essentially making a pass. So you need to bet just a little bit bigger than the pass amount. So $1.50 or $1 into $3. And that is enough to tell you, is he going to match it? Or is he going to put in more money? Because if he puts in more money, he still saw me make a substantial bet. $1 into $3 is 25%. 1 of 4. So I'm still putting in 25% money. So it's still a pretty substantial amount, even if it's just that small. He saw this, and he decided to put in more money. That gives me information of how strong he is based on how much more money he put in. And if he just matches it, now I know in the future how strong he actually was, because he could have put in more money, he could have folded, or he could have matched it. It was my bet was substantial, just enough to get that information from him. What's he gonna do? Like when you're in a street fight or a dog fight or any sort of fight, a battle, and your opponent sees you make a credible move. You step here, you wind up here, you strike here. Now, it's not your most powerful strike, it's not your most dangerous maneuver, but you make a significant challenge to your opponent. And your opponent must react to that. He can either take the damage, or he can block, or he can be even more aggressive. But that tells you about what kind of fighter he is, what kind of strategy he has, if he has to react to a significant maneuver from yourself. And that's how you strategically gain more information. All right? And that's how you see how your opponent reacts in the face of my danger without knowing my full potential, my cards. And I can then calculate how strong he is. And based on the cards we see, the community cards, I can determine which hands he is more likely to have based on how he is acting. And then I put all of that into one percentage. Percent of times I win compared to the percent of times I lose. I have an 80% chance I'm stronger, 20% chance I'm weaker. 20% chance I'm stronger, 80% chance I'm weaker. Compare that to how much money is the price. He is betting 100 into 75. So if I call, I win 175. If I fold, I lose 75. So then I compare. I'm 80% chance stronger, but I'm only winning 60% of the money. Good, or something like that, you know? I am 30% stronger, but I'm only winning 20% of the money. Or I'm 30% stronger, but I put in 60% of the money. So 60% of the money is my own, not his money. So, not worth it. You know, something like that, right? So, that's how you weigh all these odds and probabilities and information and how it relates to real life. All right? Word.